Quick disclaimer, in this video I'm going to be talking about actors, people's appearances, but it's not in an effort to body shame or be disrespectful in any kind of way. The goal of this video is to express something that I found mildly interesting and maybe relatable. Thank you for understanding. So the other day I was watching the trailer for Wolfman with a friend and something happened in the trailer, someone said something and we both had the same reaction. I'm going to show you the scene.
We were in an accident.
Daddy, are we gonna die?
No. It's my job to protect you.
And we were attacked. I think my husband was infected.
And we both went, husband? And that's because at the beginning of the trailer, they are in the back of this car, like two girls are in the back of the car and like the two dudes are up front. And for some reason, we just automatically assume, oh, it's like his two daughters or something like that, right? And she looks like particularly young. I'm not gonna lie. Like here, if you look at them, I don't know. For some reason we didn't clock that. Oh, that's an adult woman right there. The actress here is Julia Garner, and I'm not super familiar with her in her work. Also, the movie is pretty dark. Like we get to see little shots of her like this. I don't know. We just assumed, oh, that's two daughters, of course. Oh no, I definitely saw her in The Last Exorcism Part 2. I just have zero memories of that movie. She was also in Sin City, a Dame to Kill. I don't think I've seen this one, or I just don't remember anything about this one. Anyways, it was just a little interesting thing that because of the lighting and like the presentation, we thought, oh, this is also a child for some reason. She's 31 years old. So I guess that's a good thing. But that also reminds me of other instances where I've had a hard time figuring out like the age of actors, or sometimes I couldn't even believe the roles that they were in because of my perception of their age. And sometimes it's for different reasons. I grew up watching like the Harry Potter movies, so Daniel Radcliffe just looks like Harry Potter to me. Looks like this child, no matter what he does, right? So when The Woman in Black came out, and he was playing a father, I just couldn't take him seriously. I was like, that's Harry Potter. What do you mean you're a dad? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Also, damn, this trailer takes a long time before it actually shows. There he is, 40 seconds before we see Daniel Radcliffe. And it's funny because he doesn't look particularly young in it. He doesn't look young, but my brain, like, for some reason was like, oh, that's Harry Potter. Like, what do you mean you're a dad? Like, you're 12. Stop it. Like, that's a 12-year-old. That's so dumb. I just couldn't take him seriously as a dad in this movie. Like, at all. But I see it now. I definitely see it now. Obviously, he looked like a dad. It's just that my brain was fresh off Harry Potter. And I don't know. I just saw the baby face for some reason, even though there isn't necessarily one. I definitely let like Elijah Wood also, his movies right after Lord of the Rings, I had a hard time taking him seriously. I was like, that's the Hobbit, that's Frodo. Come on, man. But I'll say this, the weirdest phenomenon that I have with an actor must be with Chloe Grace Moretz. When I first watched Greta, which is a great movie, by the way, you gotta watch it. Again, I could only see that little girl from Kick-Ass. Obviously, I know her from more things than Kick-Ass, but to me, in my brain, I see this grown woman, like she works a job and everything, and I'm like, nah, you're still that. Look how tall she is. But I can only see her as this little girl. Like, look at her face. I have a hard time seeing her as this grown woman just because of roles that she did as a kid. It's weird. It's so weird. How old is she now? She's 27 now. So I guess like she was still pretty young there. I don't know. Is this something that I noticed that was happening? And I wonder, am I the only one who feels like that? Are there any actors that you have a hard time believing in other roles, or especially when it comes to this age factor, right? Like they're grown adults now doing grown adult roles and you're like, no, you're still this kid. Like when they play a mom, a dad, or just a grown adult, you just have a hard time with it. Maybe it's just me. I just don't have any other example in mind right now. So just let me know in the comment section below.